Well, coming up a little bit later this month, you're going to be able to see 3 performances of Lasting Legacies with the Louisville Orchestra. The shows will also be premieres from Louisville Creator Core composers. And we have a couple here in the studio today. Joining us now is Alex Burko and Tanner Porter, along with musical director Teddy Abrams. Great to have you all here. Welcome back to Great Day Live, and welcome to Great Day Live.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I know you're excited to kind of premiere this and let people know a little bit more about it. So tell us a little bit about Lasting Legacies.
So this is our first big concert of the season back at Whitney Hall at the Kentucky Center. So we're very, very excited about this. And it's also an opportunity to introduce you to these incredible musicians, because we are a very, very fortunate city and orchestra.
Yeah.
We're the only orchestra in the entire world that has this special program called the Creators Core. We have 3 full-time composers that work at the Louisville Orchestra. They're not just coming in and doing one piece here and there. They are full-time, living in our city, making music for not only the orchestra, but the entire community.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity to meet all 3 of them. We have 2 here today, but each one of our creators for this season will have a piece that's played on the program. And you're going to see them throughout the entire year. And again, this is not a program you can see anywhere else in the entire world. It's only here in Louisville, which makes it incredibly important and special for our community.
And I think, too, the community has really accepted it and opened up to it, because it's so cool. I'll let you all kind of speak to this, you know, saying like where you're originally from, and to be then here in our community, the way you all step into our community and then create, we just love it, right? Like there's just something, there's this unique perspective, if you will, that you bring to the art scene. I mean, that's what I'm always taken aback by.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and I'd love to hear a little bit about the
Alex,
pieces you're going to hear, because remember, composers are very much alive.
Yes.
We have great dead composers too, but we have amazing live composers. And
Even better, right?
Yeah.
Alex, I'll let you go ahead and begin and tell us a little bit about your piece.
Sure. So I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I was born in Cincinnati, so this area is a little bit familiar for me, but this is actually the first time I've been to Louisville and spent time here, so that's been great. My piece is called Spiegel Grove, which is a little bit of a funny title, but the title comes from a ship, actually. And I came across this phenomenon called artificial reefs. And it's this idea where you purposely sink a ship or some sort of thing from like the land, and it forms this habitat underwater. And it's actually really great for the marine life. It helps to like get other fish population to form and to revitalize a certain area. And with a lot of the climate talk now, we talk about the stuff that's happening on land, but I was interested in addressing something that was also below.
Absolutely. Well, Tanner, we had a preview that you would be a part of it. It kind of the season opener at Iroquois Amphitheater, so people got a taste. Will we see more of that in your piece?
Yeah, I had the pleasure of getting to sing some backup vocals on the Chris Thiele piece that happened at Iroquois, and that was so fun. Thank you again, Teddy, for bringing me on for that. But the piece that you're going to hear is called Kin. On the Lasting Legacies concert, and that doesn't have my voice, but hopefully that will happen again in the future.
Yeah.
The Kin is actually a part of a larger ballet that I got to write earlier this year in collaboration with an incredible choreographer named Claudia Schreier, who actually is going to come to the concert just to support, which is so sweet. And Kin is a ballet about 2 women kind of interacting in different shifting systems of power and learning how they relate to each other within kind of a world that's in chaos. And what you're going to hear is just the last chunk of it, the finale bit, and there's a big timpani solo at the end that I'm very excited about. And yeah, it's going to be very fun.
Well, welcome to Louisville. We love having you all here. And this must be just even from your perspective, what an incredible experience. I mean, this being the only program of its kind in the country, what has it been like for you all to create kind of without any barriers, really, right? Just to go and create. What has that been like to work with Teddy and the orchestra in this community?
It's a privilege. It's, I mean, just to the point, there's nothing else like this out there. And it's, I just can't wait to see what we're able to do. Even the fact that the orchestra is getting to play music of ours so early, before we even start the collaborative process fully, is just a gift.
And you have one more creative core composer
Yes,
as well.
yes, and Kiro Okoye, who is also an amazing composer, and the piece that we're going to play of hers at these first few concerts is called Voices Shouting Out, and it's a very, very powerful piece that's actually been played by dozens and dozens of orchestras. So this is just a preview. You're gonna meet all the creators, but then throughout the year, because they just moved here over the summer, they're going to be writing original work that you're going to hear at all of our different series. It could be at our Music Without Borders series, it could be at Whitney Hall, it could be on tour. But the point is that we have these incredible composers, very much living, very much writing for all of us, and they're going to use the energy and the community of Louisville as inspiration for the music that they're going to create, and we're going to be the beneficiaries. We'll get to experience stuff that's written truly for us, for this moment, for people living here right now. And there's nothing more exciting than going to see something that really is absolutely new, to be the first audiences to experience music, and you're going to get that from these extraordinary composers throughout the entire season.
And I love, like you said, it's like kind of sprinkled in throughout the season, right? It'll be everywhere, and I just love that little bit of unexpected, like how this will change the feeling of a whole piece, or it's just wonderful. And kind of an underlying theme I also want to touch on is that idea of family. You want to have that throughout the year, correct?
Yes, well, this particular concert is centered around the idea of family. So we've welcomed these three incredible composers to the Louisville Orchestra family. But then the other pieces on the program deal with family too.
Awesome.
There's a piano concerto that's all about family relationships, and the last piece has a kind of silly reference to family. It's by John Adams and deals with the composer's daughter. It's an amazing piece that if you haven't heard before will blow your mind. It was one of the greatest orchestral works, one of the reasons that I wanted to become a musician in the first place, because I heard it when I was a kid. So this is all about family and celebrating those relationships.
So tickets and times for upcoming performances, what do we need to know first?
LouisvilleOrchestra.org.
There we go.
We've got 3 concerts. We've got our traditional coffee concert. People love that. That's one of our best-selling series.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah. People love the 11 a.m. coffee concerts. It's about an hour-and-a-half program on Friday mornings. It's incredibly well sold. People love those shows. The regular.
But what a way to drop in and have a
yeah.
little bit of art in the middle of, before I start my weekend. I mean,
Exactly.
creatively, I need that. And we all need that.
Exactly. And all ages love it. It's perfect. Take a
Yeah.
break from work, whatever it is, or make that a family tradition, whatever it might be. Then we're out at the Ogle Center that same Friday night, and then we're back at Whitney Hall Saturday night.
Busy, busy. Thank you all so much for taking the time to come on. And Teddy, as always, thank you for bringing this to Great Day Live and to our viewers and for everything that you're doing. For tickets, once again, I feel like there's so many chances to experience what's happening with the Louisville Orchestra. To get your tickets, find a performance that works in your schedule, because there's so many and so many different series. Just go to LouisvilleOrchestra.org.